Santa Barbara, and I say good morning because it is about 11:30 a.m. It is the only, shall we say, a.m. beginning matinee of the season for ice hockey at UCSB this morning as we come to you live from Ice in Paradise in Goleta. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Kyle Nicolas. My normal broadcast partner, Eric Evelhawk, is once again not with me. His talents are currently being utilized by the ICA program here at UCSB, and it is my honor to bring you today's action between the UCSB Gauchos and the visiting Stanford Cardinal. Well, the Stanford Cardinal are a bit of an interesting program. I believe I misspoke last broadcast when I called them a Pac-8 team, kind of similar to the likes of UCLA and Cal Berkeley, who UCSB played for the first time last season. Even though Stanford is one of the stalwart programs at the NCAA level in the Pac-12 conference, they are actually an independent team in the ACHA, which means that as an independent team, they are not part of any one conference in particular. So they play most of their games, as you might imagine, against the local competition up in Northern California, teams like UC Davis, UC Santa Cruz, the aforementioned UC Berkeley. So they have a lot of experience against some very talented programs, which should make this a bit of an interesting matchup here for UCSB. They're a bit of a multinational type of team as well. By multinational, I mean coming from all over the United States. There are players hailing from Minnesota. We have players from New York. As I look down my roster, we have Texas, Colorado, New Jersey, Illinois being represented. And they do even also, much like Chris Schnockfish for ice hockey at UCSB, they have a Canadian Patriot. Number 2, Matt Grant hails from Qualicum Beach, British Columbia. So it'll be a bit of an interesting dynamic seeing this, shall we say, countrywide contingent of players versus the, as we've mentioned before, very heavily local contingent for the Gauchos. And in speaking to Coach Scott Hires before this game, he really emphasized the play of 2 players so far, and it's the 2 players that have every single goal so far for UCSB this season, and number 12, Austin Trenner, and number 9, Chris Owasiak. Those 2 players, Owasiak leading the team with 4 goals, Trenner with 3, have been the ones to really step up, lead this offense pretty much every single game so far. Not to say that a lot of the other players haven't played well. UCSB with, I believe, 5 or 6 players that have a pair of assists so far on the season. So it's not like the scoring has been entirely dominated by just those 2 players. But nonetheless, he is looking for some of his veteran presence to step up here this morning. And UCSB will be short-handed. They're going to be missing a few players. Last game we saw the return of defenseman Eric Valois. We're just that quickly, we're going to see him leave the lineup once again. He will not be here this morning. However, Emmett Rupert will be once again back in the lineup after taking 16 penalty minutes last time around. No supplemental discipline from the ACHA on that one as well, including for that little scrum he had at the end of the game. Important to note that no fighting majors were given in that one, allowing him to play here this morning. UCSB will also be without the services of defenseman Andrew Vieira. Vieira is a very important part of the school's roller hockey program. The roller hockey program competing in its first event this weekend up at Rollin' Ice in San Jose. So he will be missed on the blue line this morning. So for UCSB, with the top line still going to be completely intact, Justin Goldzer going to be starting this game here this morning alongside Chris Owasiak and Colin Delbonis. Coach Scott Hires really made an effort to emphasize what good Delbonis has done for this team, saying that if he was going into war, he would want to have Delbonis on his side. There is no getting this kid to quit, whether it's killing penalties, playing on the power play. He is 100% full speed all game, every single game, and you don't find that kind of dedication in a lot of players. Coach Hires said he really couldn't speak highly enough of the way his young freshmen have played so far this season, but he is looking for some of his veteran presences to step up, including notably number 22, Cooper Spears. Spears had an assist last game. He has 2 on the season. Had a bit of a rough go of it against California Lutheran. They paid a lot of attention to him. But nonetheless, maybe a little bit of the fact that he was drawing so much attention from the defense meant it opened up a little bit more ice for the young freshman. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, UCSBHockey.com is your host and your main site for everything having to do with ice hockey at UCSB. Get the latest scores, game updates, features, news articles, and more online. The official website of ice hockey at UCSB, UCSBHockey.com. Also, UCSB Hockey is a social team. Give us a follow a like on Facebook at facebook.com/icehockeyucsb. We are on Twitter at UCSB Ice Hockey, and even on Instagram, instagram.com/UCSB Ice Hockey. Be sure to follow the Gauchos on social media and never miss any updates, as well as keep up with all of the live broadcasts like you are hearing today. Thank you for tuning in, and whether you are on our normal broadcast on YouTube or tuning in live on Facebook, which is new for this season. All our games will be streamed live through the team's Facebook page directly, so welcome to all of you tuning in there. Center Ice Santa Barbara, located in Goleta, is the premier destination for hockey and figure skating equipment apparel, located at 7127 Hollister Avenue. Suite 8 in Goleta, Center Ice spelled C-E-N-T-R-E, the Canadian way. C-E-N-T-R-E, icesb.com, the local pro shop that most of the players for UCSB use in order to pick up all the new equipment when they need it. Well, the keys for this morning's game, I believe, are just going to come down to the start for ice hockey at UCSB. This is a Stanford program that played last night against California Lutheran, who UCSB faced on Friday. So playing two games in the span of quite a bit less than 24 hours is going to be a bit of a challenge for the Cardinal, especially being such a long weekend and having to travel so far. So if UCSB can jump out quickly, get quite a few shots on starting goaltender Tara Hoverstad, the native of Blaine, Minnesota. Get some shots early and often on that goaltender, the offense should get working quickly. Otherwise, focus on the special teams, which was very good, has been very good so far this season. UCSB gave up its first power play goal of the year. It was a 5-on-3 power play variety to the Knights last game, but otherwise, nonetheless, despite the fact that UCSB surrendered 8 power plays in that game, just the 1 goal against. So, nonetheless, a very good showing for UCSB last game, showing a lot of confidence. And let's see if they can carry it over as we get ready for what should be the playing of the national anthem. Stanford here in black jerseys with gray trim, gray numbers with red trim, and red pants, mostly black helmets, a couple other colors scattered in between. UCSB in their home whites with blue and gold trim, numbers in blue with gold outlines, white socks and blue pants, blue helmets. Starting in goal for UCSB today should be, once again, taking the net back, number 32, Will Hahn, the young freshman, getting another look after Lennon Karma finished the second game of last weekend's series against Santa Clara. He played most of the third period, and then Karma played on Friday against California Lutheran, getting the win. Will Hahn, the goaltender will be the goaltender this morning. No wins yet on the season, having to take both the losses against Santa Clara, with an opportunity to get himself in the win column here. His numbers have been very good to this point. We will have the national anthem and be back in a moment. Please rise. It's time for some morning hockey here in Goleta. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. My name is Kyle Nicolas, and I will be the one bringing you all of the action here live from Ice in Paradise as we face off this morning. A bit of a delayed start as there were some Pee Wee games being played before, and those happened to run a little bit behind. So pushing close to about 11:35, actually even later, about 11:40 start here. So about a 40-minute late delay this morning, but nonetheless getting ready to go for the Stanford Cardinal starting lineup. Looks like we have at forward Claire Wang along with Daniel Lee and John Walters. Back on defense, Jeff Laban and Jack Humphreys for the Cardinal for UCSB. Delbonis in to take the face-off along with Iwasa. And Justin Goldzer on defense. We have Emmett Rupert and Dimitri Piagai, and we are underway. Off the face-off. Shot in by the Gauchos. Delbonis into pressure. Delbonis throws the hit. UCSB looking to recover, and Stanford recovers. Taken away. John Walters through the neutral zone, taking on Dimitri Piagai. Stops up at the blue line. Piagai puts the body on. Delbonis finishes the hit, but Stanford gets the puck deep. Rupert sends it forward. Goldzer puts it forward for Delbonis. Delbonis through the neutral zone. Puts the shot on net, and it sticks to goaltender Tara Hoverstad. And we have our first whistle of the game, 31 seconds in. Tara Hoverstad starting in goal for the Stanford Cardinal. Blaine, Minnesota native, standing at 5'3". So I would expect her to play very aggressive. Maybe a little bit reminiscent of a goaltender that the Gauchos will be very familiar with. Another female goaltender who played last season for them and did remarkably well, in Nora Penn. Stanford gets the face-off, and Austin Trenner sends the puck back in. Stanford can't get it out, and that's taken over by Eric Matsumoto. Matsumoto under pressure from Spears. Gets the puck through, but it's taken away. Connor May in on it, and Stanford clears the puck down. Back out to neutral ice. Gallant sends it forward, looking for Trenner. Trenner gets the puck in. He's got a man going to the middle. It's Spears. Spears with a shot, whistles it wide. Around the boards, recovered by Christian Ockpish. Ockpish sends it down to Trenner. Looks for Ockpish, darting to the front of the net, misses him. But Cooper Spears will recover. Sends it down low. Ockpish behind the net. Out for Spears in front. Spears backhands off the goalpost. And it just winds up staying out of the net. Stanford recovers up along the sideboards. Feeds to the middle, and Gallant takes away and then takes a hit. Taken away in the middle. Woody Wang in. Takes the shot. That's stopped right into the pads of Will Hahn. Stanford takes over once again. Back behind the net. Matt Grant feeds it towards the front. Wang can't keep the handle on it. That's taken over by Sow. Charles Sow puts the shot off the side of the net. And Gallant recovers the puck and fires it forward looking for Spears. It's not, and it does vacate the zone. Matt Grant just couldn't hold it in. Waits for the mates to get onside. Carries over the blue line under pressure. Fires it deep, and the rest of the Cardinal will go for a change. Sent forward. This is Dimitri Strategos. Strategos sends it forward. Stanford take the puck away in the neutral zone. Humphreys misses his man with the pass. Fired forward, and Tyler Barone comes forward. Barone through the neutral zone, over the blue line, stick handles. Gets the shot go deflected. Still on the puck, however. Cycles through the circle. Over for Dimitri Piagai. Piagai lays it back for Barone on the blue line. Barone throws it deep, gloved out of the air. That's by Jack Humphreys. But the Gauchos recover, and Stanford is able to get the puck out over the blue line. Emmett Rupert takes over. Rupert, the local product, former Santa Barbara Royal. Gets the puck back inside his own blue line, and Piagai has to be alert to get away with it quickly, and he turns away from the oncoming pressure. Carries back behind his net. Under pressure from John Walters. Pass misses everybody. Out to the neutral zone where it will be taken over. Puck sent forward. Stopped by Piagai. Piagai sends it forward, and Daniel Lee will take over. Lee sends it back to his defense. Stanford content to play a little bit of catch with it. Rupert will pick that one off, however. Looks towards the middle for Delbonis. Misses him with the pass. And Jackson Schutz will take over. Sent back out, and Dimitri Piagai will take over and skate back behind his own net under pressure. Sends it forward, and he finds Chris Cruz Holloway. Looks back, and Rupert will carry over the blue line. Rupert around one man on the backhand. Jams it into the crease. It's loose and held onto by Tara Hoverstad. And we will get a stoppage in play once the clock actually stops, mind you. It's ticking down. It should have stopped right around 16 minutes. It's not the first time that's happened this season. Fortunately, it's early in the game. Delbonis on the faceoff. Beaten to it by Woody Wang. Wang, first one on it. Cruz Holloway throws the hit. Delbonis out with Cruz Holloway and Jackson Schutz. Good recovery there by Connor May. Gauchos send it deep. Delbonis on the puck. Under pressure from Jeff Laban. Delbonis takes it off the side of the net. Wang gets it away. Back out. May will hold it in. May, shot blocked. And taken over by Stanford. Out of the zone they come. Charles Sow tries to get around one man. Can't get there. Fires forward looking for Cruz Holloway. Cruz Holloway will tip it, but it will go the length of the ice, and this will be icing. So UCSB cannot change. Cruz Holloway the wrong side of the red when he made that tip. 15:23 to go here in the first period. No score between ice hockey at UCSB and the visiting Stanford Cardinal. Puck dropped over to the right-hand side of starting goaltender Will Hahn. Shot from the point by Stanford, deflected wide. Sent up the boards, not out. Covered at the point. And sent deep. On the puck, Truman Hanks for Stanford. Gets away from him, Schutz. Gets it out, Delbonis. Pass just misses him. And Stanford immediately turns it right back the other way. Pass along the blue line, taken in by Wilkinson. That's how you pronounce this one. Kinsha. Sorry, it's a bit of a tongue twister on the roster here. Face-off coming back over towards the blocker side of Will Hahn. And Stanford controls it back to the point. Sent down low. And Truman Hanks will be the first one on it under pressure. And Owasiuk gets it out to the blue line. Stanford holds. Sent in deep, where Emmett Rupert will take over. Rupert fires the puck forward. A great pass for Piagai. And Goldzer will carry over the blue line. Justin Goldzer tries to get around his man, knifed away from him. Looks towards the middle where he finds Achfish. Achfish shot off the side of the net. Achfish recovers, however. Takes a hit. Gaucho stolen the puck. Goldzer turns. He has space. He fires the shot. Stopped by Tara Hoverstad. Piagai recovers at the point. Tries to feed down low looking for Goldzer. Goldzer wasn't quite ready for it. Circles back behind the net. Fires it out in front. No one home. And UCSB will send it back in from the center red line. Matt Grant sends it back behind. Sent out to the point. And UCSB still pressuring, but can't hold the blue line this time. And Rupert will take over. Rupert fires it in just wide of the net. First one on it is Barone. Barone tries to get the pass through, blocks. And UCSB quickly to it. Can't hold it this time. Walters loses the puck. And look out, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here comes Daniel Lee with speed over the blue lines. Lee, he's bodied off the puck. Great defensive play from Rupert. Cooper Spears will take over. Wheel behind his net. Fires the pass forward for Piagai. Piagai sends it forward. Finds Barone. Barone on the backhand. Leaps across the front of the net. And the rebound off the end boards. Barone digging at it. Tried to find Austin Schrenner. Good, strong presence in the goal crease from Hoverstad to hang on to that one, and we are still scoreless. Spears with Barone and Austin Schrenner right now. Coach Scott Hires trying to mix things up a little bit. Maybe get some of his veteran players going. And Spears off faceoff goes forward with the puck, but can't quite get to it, and it's taken away by Woody Wang. Wang, under pressure from Spears, gets the puck over the blue line. That'll be sent back by May. Spears in a collision along the sideboards with the referee, who was up on the sidewall. And Stanford gets away with it. Comes Nick Bowman over the line and offside. Goes Stanford. Looks like Charles Sau was just a few feet ahead. So popping over the boards now for UCSB, Dimitri Strategos onto the ice. Cooper Spears was backing way off that faceoff to try to dart forward for a play. And that's a bit unfortunate as Tyler Barone sends it into the Stanford bench. So face-off coming right outside the Stanford Cardinal blue line. Taken by Delbonis, and he'll get it over, where Gallant will send it deep. Mingrone going to be the first one on this, sends it down for Delbonis. Hops his stick, however, Strategos in on the hit. Mingrone going to get to this one in the corner. Loops it back behind the net, and Stanford will take over. Wang drops it out, and Laban sends it forward. Wang can't get his stick on that puck. Delbonis down for Strategos, walks it to the front of the net, fires it through the crease. No one can get a stick on it. Nick Bowman gets it out to center ice for Stanford, where UCSB will take over. Delbonis over the line. Stick handles around one, looking for a shooting lane. He's got Wang all over him. Delbonis loops back behind the net, looking in front. Tries to find Mingrone, and it just can't get there. Rupert puts the shot on net. And sticked wide by Hoverstad. UCSB all over the puck on this shift. Sends it out for the point. Rupert with a blast right into the chest of Hoverstad, who stays on her feet to make that save. Fans, just a reminder, everyone can play hockey at Ice in Paradise. Ice in Paradise offers skating schools for all ages with the Goleta Youth Hockey League, Monarchs Girls Ice Hockey Club, Santa Barbara Ice Hawks travel team. For more info, visit iceinparadise.org. Two number 4s in on this face-off. Christian Ockfish along with Will Kinsha, excuse me. Out to the point, Piagai recovers. Deflected, and a great save on that one. Jackson shoots with the deflection. And Hoverstad had to be alert in order to make that stop. Schutt's a junior, native of Valencia, California. Out on a line here with what looks like Justin Dolzer and Christian Ockfish. Ockfish on the faceoff once again with Kinsha. Shot whistled from the point wide by Emmett Rupert. And Ockfish recovers. Ockfish fires the shot. That's blockered down. And Hoverstad will take the whistle. Bit of a long shift here for Christian Ockfish. And Dolzer will now change. Cruz Holloway comes over the boards. Also a long shift here for Stanford. Face-off along back to the point where Piagai will get it. Piagai sends it down low, looking for Schutz. Sends it for Cruz Holloway, who tips the puck wide. Sent forward. And Agarwala gets it out of the zone where Piagai will have to loop back. The Gauchos get onside. Schutz carries it over, looking forward for Ockfish. Taken away, back out to the neutral zone. Piagai sends it across for Rupert. Rupert sends it deep back behind the net. And taken over by Stanford. Sent forward. Agarwala takes a huge hit from Rupert. And we have a whistle on the play, and I believe a hand pass has been called by the backside linesman. Down to 10:31 here in the first period. UCSB sends over a line of Tyler Barone, Justin Goldzer, and Chris Owasiuk. Face-off, Stanford takes that one, and they will send the puck forward. One dancing through the middle. This is Walters. Walters looks back for the pass. That's taken away. Owasiuk carries the puck forward. Looks up, finds Barone. Barone over the blue line. He's got one man all over him. Great defensive play from Jack Humphreys. Pass sent to the middle. Piagai shot right into the breadbasket. Excuse me, that was not Piagai. That was Chris Owasiuk. Not the player you want to have with the puck in that particular spot. Nonetheless, way to stand strong for Tara Hoverstad, keeping this game scoreless. 10:05 remaining in the first period. Wasiuk goes forward off the face-off, and Jack Humphreys will take over. UCSB blocks the clearing attempt. Knifed back behind the net. And some good body contact there, but Stanford will get the puck up, batted down, and finally vacates the zone, where Tyler Barone will take over. Barone through the neutral zone with speed. The mates are on side. Takes on two, dances around on the backhand, loops the shot up on the forehand. A good stop from Hoverstad. And Barone recovers his own rebound, but it's knifed away from him by Wang. Sent forward, blocked down by Rupert. Rupert shot sticked away. Owasiuk back to the middle. Finds Barone. Barone with two on him. Sends it to the middle for Owasiuk. Owasiuk on his backhand. That's taken away. And Humphreys looks up for the pass. Can't find a man, and it does leave the zone where Wang sends it forward, and that's blocked by Gallant. Gallant looks up and finds Goldzer, but pass eludes him. And they'll wave the icing. Taken over here by Laban. Laban sends it around. And Bowman sends it forward where Wang will carry through the neutral zone. Wang over the blue line. Has to wait for some help. Puts the shot high and wide. Bowman will try to get to it. Spears was the first to it. Barone on a long shift over the blue line. Drop pass there. Tries to find Trenner. Sends it wide. Fed out to the front of the crease. And it's loose at the side of the net. And it's over the line and in. Cooper Spears with the goal for ice hockey at UCSB. And Tara Hoverstad had several people jamming away at that puck. It looked like it got just behind her, and Spears, standing on the far post, just stabbed it over the line for his first of the season. Sometimes it takes a bit of a gritty goal when you're a goal scorer and not really feeling it at the moment. Cooper Spears, I wouldn't say he wasn't feeling it, he just couldn't seem to buy a bounce. Sometimes you need an ugly one to get yourself off the schneid. Maybe not his prettiest goal there, but nonetheless, the scoreboard doesn't necessarily say that. He'll take it, and it's 1-0 UCSB. Spears has it back now as he comes over the line. Gauchos with numbers if they hurry. Trenner deflected, and it's up and into the crook of the arm of Hoverstad. 8:29 here to go in the first period. Now 1-0 on the first goal of the season for UCSB veteran Cooper Spears. Out there with Trenner and Del Bonus at the moment, and Spears is on the puck. Taken away from him. But Piagai will hold at the point. Sends it down low. Trenner. Carefully watch to Spears. That's stopped. And we have a whistle. And it looks like we're going to get our first penalty of the game. And it looks like it's going to be going to... Never mind. Thought we were getting... Referee looked like he was pointing at Agarwala, but maybe just a hand pass. Third off the boards and out by Will Kinshaw. Spears wheels around back behind his own net. Speed through the neutral zone. He's going to carry the mail all the way in coast to coast. Dances around one. Puts it up high and wide. Held in by Rupert. Sent back behind the net. Del Bonus feeds out in front. Intercepted. And Laban sends it around off the glass. Not out. Held in by Rupert. Sends it across to Piagai. Piagai has trouble with the pass. Handles it. Sends it back to his D partner. Rupert winds up with the blast. Sends it wide. Del Bonus feeds to the front of the net. And it's blocked and sent back behind. Del Bonus battling with two black shirts. And Stanford will take over. Eric Matsumoto will carry out of his own end. He's got Spears on him. Sends it forward. Tries to find a Garwala. And that will be sent all the way back behind. Rupert wheels around back behind his net. Looks up. Tries to find the man. And the icing will be waived as Trenner got his stick on that puck. Sent forward through the neutral zone with speed. Here comes Daniel Lee. Shot blocked by Piagai. Under pressure. Stanford can't wheel that puck back out in front. And UCSB gets the puck out. And here comes Spears. Spears with speed. Being watched by Grant. Spears fires the shot high and wide. Wheels all the way around and back out, where Gallant will take over. Gallant sends it back across. Looks over, finds Connor May. Del Bonus with the tip. Sends it over the blue line, and Stanford will take over. Pass through the neutral zone. Intercepted. And eventually it trickles back into Santa Barbara ice, where Connor May will take over, look up, try to find a passing option. Finds one in Dimitri Strategos. Strategos tries to carry through. That's taken away from him in the neutral ice. No one can really seem to keep a handle on the puck right now. That neutral zone is pretty clogged up. And Mingrone sends it deep. Ingrown in on the pressure, sends the puck forward, right back out to the middle of the ice. ACHA, and that shot's blocked just wide. Claire Wang on it, shot blocked, and a great save from Tara Hoverstad, getting the paddle of the stick on that one to keep this a 1-0 game. 6:05 remaining here in the first period. Not sure if there's a relation between Claire and Woody Wang, but they are just one number apart. Claire wearing number 7 for the Stanford Cardinal, and Woody wearing number 8. He's on the puck right now, actually. Woody Wang carries through the neutral zone, and that's knifed away from him. Great defensive play there from Connor May. Looks up and finds ACHA. ACHA loses the handle, and Woody Wang takes back over. And the Gauchos are going to take a penalty here. And I believe it's going to be Dimitri Strategos that's going to go for a tripping call, as his stick got caught in the skates of the speeding Wang. Not a lot of objection there from Strategos. So UCSB, which, as we mentioned earlier, gave up its first power play goal of the season last time out, a 5-on-3 power play goal for the California Lutheran Knights, after an extended stretch of 5-on-3 as well. I believe the Knights had a grand total of 3 different 5-on-3 stretches in the third period alone, in what was a pretty penalty-filled affair last time out. But nonetheless, UCSB very good on the penalty kill so far this season, after last year it being a pretty significant problem for them. Jack Humphreys carries the puck out for Stanford, sends it forward for Wang, who will carry through the neutral zone. Gets over the blue line, drop pass. Looks up and finds Sao. Sao sends the puck back wide behind the net, where Nick Bowman takes over. Bowman feeds to the front of the net, and Sao sent it just wide. Rupert getting tied up by Wang. Battle for the puck back behind the net, and it's P guy who emerges with it, sends it off the glass, and it will come all the way down with Tyler Barone chasing. Sent back behind the net. Barone will get to it and sends it off of goaltender Hoverstad in the crease. Justin Goldzer on the puck now. Humphrey sends it back behind the net. And Laban sends it forward over for Wang in the middle of his own ice. Sends it forward for Sao. Sao kicks the puck back up to his stick. He's onside. And it will roll slowly in on Will Hahn, who will freeze and take the face-off. 54 seconds left in the Stanford power play. 4:43 here to go in the first period. A little bit of some cavalier goaltending there from Tara Hoverstad, as she sent it back behind the net to no one in particular under the pressure from Barone. Didn't really get a lot on it, however. Barone got to it, sent it out to the front of the net, tried to bank it off of her, and it almost worked. UCSB wins the faceoff, gets it out, and it does not vacate the zone, however. Good hold in from Matt Grant on that play. Pia guy, however, gets the puck away back behind the net, sends it forward for Wasiuk. Wasiuk will just get the puck over the blue line, and he's involved in a scrum with Matt Grant. Stanford takes over. UCSB doesn't get it deep. And Kinsha sends it back behind the net. Rupert will be the first one to it, blocked by Kinsha. Back behind the net, and Agarwala goes after it. Agarwala on the puck. Pia guy takes the puck away. He will loop around back behind his net, and he's got room to skate if he hurries. 13 seconds left on the penalty for UCSB. Pia guy over the line, lost the handle. He'll recover, drop back for Akpish. Akpish, 6-3-1, fires the shot just over the top. With speed now through the neutral zone, here comes Daniel Lee. UCSB back to full strength. Lee back behind the net, looking for a passing option. Sends it back to the point, barely held onto, and that puck rolls forward and will quickly be slapped down the ice, where this will be an icing for UCSB. Back first to get it is Daniel Lee for the Cardinal. So another successful penalty kill for ice hockey at UCSB. Still no 5-on-4 power play goals surrendered yet this season. The officials look like they're having a bit of a conversation, and I think this one's going to be pulled to center ice. Never mind. One of the linesmen was pointing at center ice, saying that that was where the faceoff was going to be, and it will come down over to the left of Will Hahn. Delbonis on the faceoff, and he'll get it over to Cruz Holloway. Holloway can't get it out, but it's off the skate of Delbonis, and he's got speed through the neutral zone. Delbonis around one man, cuts to the front of the net, knifed off of his stick in a great defensive play, but he gets it back. Delbonis whistles it over the top of the net, and he'll be the first one on it as well. Delbonis around one man, takes the body contact, gets it away from him, and sent around. This is John Walters that will take over. Walters sends it forward. Shot from the point blocked. That's Jackson Schutz covering the point, but Stanford will get it back. Carried through the neutral zone. Humphreys gets the shot, whistles it wide. Behind the net, that'll be taken over. Liam Gallant gets it over for Cruz Holloway along the sidewall. Cruz Holloway gets that puck forward, tries to find Delbonis, but that's slapped away from him and back out to neutral ice. And Cruz Holloway gets the puck through, but that's taken away. Gallant and Wang intercepts in the neutral zone now. Both teams trying to change, and the puck coming right in between. And now Delbonis in, over the line, takes the slapper, whistles it wide. Schutz is the first one on it, but it's knifed away from him. Here comes Connor May. May fires the puck forward, blocked on the way in. It couldn't reach Goldzer. Goldzer now on it. Gets around one, sends it back for Rupert. Rupert, point shot, misses everything. Schutz will be first to it. Barone now takes over. Gets around one, and it's taken away from him by Nick Bowman, but not cleared. UCSB sends it back in. Schutz will get to it, sends it for Goldzer. Goldzer takes a hit from Wang, and Wang is the first one away with the puck. Good body position from the Stanford forward, and he'll skate out with speed. Attacking the UCSB defense over the blue line, fakes around one, and a great save from Hahn after he got around Dimitri Piagai. Carrying out through the neutral zone now is Barone. Barone through neutral ice. Over the blue line, gets around one man, sends it towards the front of the net, and a good defensive play from Matsumoto to stop that one. Rupert throws a body contact, and UCSB holds, but not for long, as Laban sends it out. Wang in a battle along the sidewall with Rupert, and Goldzer the first one to it. Goldzer takes the shot, that's tipped, and it goes just wide. Nick Bowman tries to get it out. It will send it across the ice. I don't believe this is going to be far enough for icing, however. And Stanford will get changes. Carrying out now Emmett Rupert. Rupert with speed. Around one, around two. Rupert, backhand shot. Great stop from Tara Hoverstad. Wang tries to get around Rupert now. And now he's got open ice. Wang through the neutral zone. Runs into Barone. And decides he's just going to fire it deep. As soon as he gets the red line, he needs a change. Cooper Spears drops it. And not paying attention, Piagai, so Spears has to go back and get it. Fires the pass across. This is going to get taken away. Agarwala on the puck. He's now facing Piagai. Piagai meets him along the boards with it. Rubbed out there. And UCSB fires it around the boards, where Spears will be the first one to it. Spears has Barone with him. Barone gets it over for Spears. Spears gets around one to Barone. Barone shot, and it's into the net, and they're calling it a goal. Right as the first period expires, Tyler Barone got the shot up and over the glove of Tara Hoverstad, and our official here this morning is signaling that that's a goal. So with literally zero time left on the clock, ice hockey at UCSB takes a 2-0 lead here at Ice in Paradise. And I think they're going to converse about this one to make sure that that's the call. To be honest, I couldn't tell you whether or not that is a goal. That was close. That's about as close as I've ever seen one. We had one actually yesterday in the National Hockey League with 0.4 of a second left. Los Angeles Kings scoring a goal in overtime to prevail over the Boston Bruins off of pretty much about as textbook a face-off play as you possibly could string together. They're putting this one up on the board, however, and UCSB, in the dying breath of the first period, has a 2-0 lead. And we are not going to get an ice cut after the first period once again, similar to Friday night. Teams opting to just keep things rolling. They are a little bit behind schedule here at Ice in Paradise, so that may have something to do with the decision. Normally under ACHA rules, there is a Zamboni between both the first and second, and then again after the second and third period, but worked out for UCSB last time. And saving a little bit of time here so Stanford can get back on their bus and head back out towards Palo Alto. I have to imagine this is a bit of a special game for number 33 on UCSB, Chris Cruz Holloway. The 5'9" sophomore lists Palo Alto, California as his hometown. So probably grew up surrounded by Stanford sports. Will Hahn now coming down to the net over to my right. Goalie Tara Hoverstad over to the left, who's been excellent so far through the first 20 minutes. UCSB stringing a lot of offense together. Stanford really looking like they're just trying to interrupt everything they can that goes through the slot. But a couple goals in the first period for UCSB, including one very late. Off the face-off, now Owasiuk over the blue line. Owasiuk tries to feed towards the front for Delbonis. Swept away and he scores! Colin Delbonis with a great play to stick with that puck. The first shot, Hoverstad got her pad on it, and Delbonis just followed up, and while falling down, got a stick to it to sweep it underneath. And ice hockey at UCSB, just 14 seconds into the second period, is up 3-0 over the Stanford Cardinal. So entering this game, ice hockey at UCSB had just 2 goal scorers on the entire roster. We're now up to 5 goal scorers, as Spears has one, Delbonis has one, and Tyler Barone also with his first of the season. Off the face-off, Santa Barbara sends the puck back in deep. Goldzer will be the first one to it. He'll send it out front. Delbonis can't get a handle on it. Gallant sends it back in deep. And Delbonis shakes one man, takes the hit, sent back behind the net, and sent forward, but it's Owasiuk again. Taken away in the neutral zone. Goldzer sends it back down low. Owasiuk. UCSB has the cycle going now. Owasiuk looks up, finds a man across. It's Gallant. Gallant shot stopped by Hoverstad. Those are the stops you want as a goaltender. Get your head back in after getting scored on consecutive shots, and the puck back out to the front of the net. And a good look from Owasiuk to try to get his tally open here this morning. And that puck is turned, sent back in deep. And Stanford will take over. Coming out with it is Humphreys. Humphreys through the neutral zone with speed. Has been grown all over him, and he'll send it to the opposite corner. Claire Wang in on the pressure, but Cooper Spears has it. He will send it for Connor May. May forward for Delbonis. Delbonis has been grown with him. Been grown over the blue line. Shot blocked. Sent back out towards the front of the net. A little bit awkward for Hoverstad, but she will hang on to it. With 18:28 here to go, 3-0. Gauchos in the second period. Face-off coming over to the right of goaltender Tara Hoverstad. Weighing in on the face-off for Stanford will face Christian Ockfish for UCSB. Ockfish wins the drawback. Rupert whistles a shot high. Trenner is on it first. He'll send it down low for Ockfish. Ockfish tries to feed it out in front for Spears, and Wang will take that away. And he takes body contact trying to get the puck out. He'll just send it forward for Nick Bowman. Bowman will clear the blue line. UCSB, PA guy sends it forward for Spears. Rejected at the blue line, and UCSB forced to go backward. Rupert looks up, tries to find Spears, just overlet him a little bit. And the puck bouncing around, UCSB offside, and they will tag up. While Stanford will weave the puck out. Sow through the neutral zone. He takes a couple body checks. Over the line, here comes Wang. Wang, shot blocked. And we have a penalty coming up. And it looks like we have a charging penalty coming up to UCSB, I believe. And it will be charging to number 15, Emmett Rupert. Rupert not shy to play that body contact game. And in the early going here of his freshman season, it's gotten him into penalty trouble more than a few times. So second power play of the morning. It's got to be getting pretty close to afternoon now here for Stanford. UCSB wins the faceoff, sends it all the way deep. And sent forward to Wang in the neutral zone. Wang comes over with speed. He's facing Christian Ockfish. Ockfish blocks the shot. It'll trickle wide back behind. Gallant can't clear it, but it's sent up front, and Pia Guy will take over. Pia Guy has Ockfish with him. 3-on-2 of the Gauchos hurry. Drops it for Spears. Spears whistles the shot. Great stick save from Hoverstad. Sent back out in front. And Gauchos might get caught here. Good back-checking pressure from Dimitri Piagai. And taken over. Gallant, with confidence, sends it over for Akpish. And Akpish looks for Spears. And the Gauchos will get it deep. Spears on the penalty kill. Takes some body contact. And that puck will get sent forward. Silverman on the puck. And there's body contact as UCSB doing an excellent job in the neutral zone while killing this penalty, but that's given away. Wang has it knifed away from him at the blue line. And Stanford just can't seem to set up in the UCSB zone. They are really just pressuring it away from them. Wang, however, intercepts the Piagai clearing attempt, but Piagai gets it back, sends it across the back of the zone, takes the hit, but UCSB will get it up. And Strategos on the penalty kill will get it all the way deep. UCSB now with a line of Strategos and Tyler Barone out killing the penalty. Piagai and Liam Gallant on the back end. Carrying over the blue line now. John Walters. Walters drops the puck, no one home, but he gets it back. Circles with it, down low, tries to fire the pass out in front, taken away by Barone. A little bit dangerous, he walked it toward his own goal. That's taken away. Matsumoto with a shot blocked. Gallant, and Gallant will knife it all the way back down and force Stanford to chase. Gauchos will go for some changes on this penalty kill that is now officially over. Gauchos 2 for 2. And they will take over. Barone on the backhand, feeds it forward, shot, and score! Barone with the clever backhand pass to find Adam Mingrone down low all alone in front of the Stanford net. And it's a smash home goal. UCSB, mere seconds after finishing their second penalty kill of the game, now up 4-0 over the Stanford Cardinal. What a play from Barone on that one to take that away and then just drop a cute little pass on the backhand. It looked like it might have gone back between his legs to find Mingrone standing unmarked in front of the net. And you can see just how much Coach Scott Hires emphasized that when the Gauchos are playing well, they're forechecking extremely hard. Thrown all over Stanford on that play to take that one away. Cruz Holloway off the faceoff, carries over the line, gets the shot, and that will be hung on to by Tara Hoverstad. Hoverstad has been busy, but she has been good so far here this afternoon, coming up with several very big key saves, especially in that first period, just to keep UCSB off the board. Off the face-off, UCSB recovers. Goldzer with the shot that she'll stick aside. Back to Rupert. Rupert with the shot. That's also saved. Sent back to the front of the net. And it comes through, but Stanford the first one to it. Goldzer takes it away. Walks towards the front of the net. Sends it for Awashuk. Great stop from Hoverstad. Second shot on the way in is blocked. Goldzer recovers. Awashuk sends it forward, finds Goldzer, shot, and it gets through and in. Justin Goldzer, the captain, has his first of the season. And it's 5-0 ice hockey at UCSB. The top line just doing work when it comes to the forecheck, and they are running away with this one. Just under 15 minutes to go here in the second period. And UCSB's offense looks like it is now firing on all cylinders. Spears with his first of the game. Now Goldzer and Barone with their first of the season as well. And the veterans are awake now for UCSB. Akpish takes the puck away there from Sau, and he'll send it back. Rupert fires it forward for Piagai. Piagai will stick that one down low. Sent towards the front of the net. Piagai looking square at Hoverstad, and he can't get the shot away. Sau takes over. He's under pressure. Taken away from him by Akpish. Akpish walking towards the front of the net. He'll send a shot high and wide. And Nick Bowman will be content just to get that one back out. Cooper Spears looks like he's out here taking a defensive shift, and Dimitri Piagai playing forward now. Piagai carries it deep, sends it out for Akpish. Akpish, no shooting lane. He'll wrap it around, and it's in! Christian Akpish! Looks like he banked it off of Tara Hoverstad. And Christian Akpish has his first of the season. It's 6-0 UCSB. So if you're Stanford, you got to feel a little bit for him. Playing extremely well in that first period to really interrupt everything UCSB had going. And this period, it just seems like that's kind of falling apart. Gauchos getting almost everything they can on net. And it seems like it's just getting through Hoverstad, who has still made several very good stops. Great pressure on that play from Silverman. Sent back out, shot just wide of the net. Humphreys missed by about 3 inches. Carrying out Barone. Barone with speed over the blue line. He's got Strategos with him. Barone looking back, drops it. Mingrone, he shoots and he scores. Mingrone with his second of the game. And UCSB now out with a 7-0 lead here at Ice in Paradise. Mingrone now the first multi-goal scorer of this game. He's going to start gunning down the team lead if he keeps going at this pace. Interesting to note on that last shift, Cooper Spears was out playing defense. It looks like we're going to have a timeout called here by Stanford, try to circle the wagons, calm this one down. UCSB has scored on pretty close to every shot they've had this period. 13:36, we got a ways to go here until we can get an ice cut. And you remember, it was 1-0 for most of that first period. Barone scoring what had to be just about a couple tenths of a second left to make it 2-0 at the end. And we've talked a lot about how those goals that come at the end of periods can really just be daggers for teams in terms of changing the momentum. And kind of a good example of that here this morning/afternoon. UCSB gets a few quick ones, gets one late, and then just has shot off like a cannon here in the first 7+ or 6+ minutes, really, at this point. 5 goals already in the opening 6 minutes of this second period. Well, fans, Ice in Paradise is the cool place to skate in Goleta. Public skating is available every day with Learn to Skate and skating school programs, youth and adult ice hockey leagues, and more. We're open for class and private parties. For more information, visit Ice in Paradise online at iceinparadise.org. What a fantastic facility we do have here in Goleta to host ice hockey at UCSB, also host figure skating competitions. There were some Santa Barbara Ice Hawks games that happened before UCSB this morning. Those are the reason for the delay, just running a little bit behind off the draw. And that's going to be sent in deep. Daniel Lee going forward. John Walters on the puck. He's got 2 white shirts around him. Lee comes in and joins. And that'll be sent around, taken over, and Barone will carry out. Barone, 3-on-2 over the line. Looks up, finds Strategos. Strategos with the shot. That'll roll in on Hoverstad. Hoverstad will take that one and take the whistle. Stanford does not have a backup goaltender here this afternoon. So pretty much no matter what happens, Hoverstad is going to have to play the full 60 minutes. Kind of brings back a little bit of a memory that's not so fond for Gaucho fans, who did something similar to what Stanford did, traveling all the way up north and then having to play within roughly about an hour and a half of getting off the bus when they finally made it to Oakland last year. As the Gauchos hold this puck in, Strategos has the puck taken away from him. UCSB got off the bus and were doing everything they could to kind of get themselves ready, get the legs moving, but it's really, really difficult to play after traveling such a long distance and then having such a short amount of time to get themselves ready. And Gauchos felt the pain on that one, as a pretty good first period, and kind of the same thing happened just with the shoe on the other foot. UCSB gave up a bunch of goals in the second period en route to falling to the Cal Golden Bears by a score of 11-1. And goaltender Nora Penn that year had to be in net the entire game. UCSB did not carry a backup goaltender that evening, or either. So, learning experience then. Gauchos know what that feels like. Puck sent around to the point. Gallant now on it. His shot will be blocked. Taken away and sent back out. This will clear the zone. And a good play from Kinsha to send that one deep. Gallant will take over. Gallant looks back. And he finds Connor May. May sends it forward. Finds Schutz. Schutz with Cruz Holloway. Schutz on the backhand. Puts it forward and just held on to by Hoverstad. Schutz with a great play to walk that one through the neutral zone, and then on the backhand, fed it towards that pad and almost got it to open up from Hoverstad. Line out for UCSB, Schutz along with Delbonis and Chris Cruz Holloway. As we mentioned earlier, the Palo Alto native. This has to be a special game for him. Off the face-off at the blue line, held in by Rupert. Delbonis sends it back to the point. Spears will whistle that one down low. Tried to find Delbonis again, but missed it. Delbonis gets it back, sends it for Schutz. Taken away there, and Stanford will send it out. Rupert will take over under pressure. Finds the pressure release in Spears. Spears looks off one man for Delbonis. Delbonis skates it forward, and it's going to be a penalty call here. And UCSB will get their first power play of the afternoon, as Woody Wang got his stick caught in the skates of Colin Delbonis on that play, and he'll go have a seat for 2 minutes. Tripping the indication from the official with 11:15 here to go in the second period. Gauchos sending, looks like Akpish over the boards, along with Owasiuk and Captain Justin Goldzer back on the blue line. Rupert along with Cooper Spears. Owasiuk circles with the puck, sends it back down low, finds Akpish. Akpish content to hang on to it, waits for setup. Justin Goldzer battling heavily in front. Sent back to the point, Rupert for Spears. Spears walks down the circle, back to, it looked like Owasiuk, and he fans on the shot. Sent back out to the point, easy hold in for Rupert. Rupert takes his time, sends it for Owasiuk. Sends a low, deflected, Spears sends it through to the front of the net, and that's a good save from Hoverstad, not cleared. Owasiuk holding the point. Sent low for Christian Akpish. Akpish cycles it back down for Goldzer. Goldzer carries it out to the top of the circle. Shot blocked on the way in by Daniel Lee. Recovered by Akpish. Akpish looks low, finds Owasiuk. Owasiuk cycles, sends it to the front of the net. Off the goaltender, rebound, and they score. Goldzer with his second goal of the game. And it's a power play goal for ice hockey at UCSB. With 10:19 to go. So Goldzer becomes the second multi-goal scorer of this game for the Gauchos. And a good-looking power play from UCSB there, moving the puck well, not being afraid to cycle that puck either. That's a very physical forward group that UCSB sent over the boards. Not afraid to play a little bit of grinder hockey. And it results in a power play goal. Connor May weaves over the line, gets over for Trenner. Trenner walks back behind the net, sends it out in front, and a great stop there on Dimitri Piagai. Tara Hoverstad was alert and ready. Piagai left all alone at the front of the net. Good stop from Hoverstad. Stanford unable to clear. Walking down. Looks back. This is Tyler Barone. Barone carries down to the low slot, gets around one, and it's taken away from him. Good play by Laban. Piagai tries to send it out in front. Misses everybody. Gallant can't hang on to it. And this will vacate the zone where Barone will take over. Barone looks off his man. That's Agarwala. And Trenner sends it deep. Trenner walks to the front of the net. And it gets through. Austin Trenner has his first goal of the game. And UCSB now out in front. I believe that would be 8-0, unless they haven't updated the score properly. Statistician Jasmine Kellogg tells me we're now at 9. They haven't updated the scoreboard here in the building. So with 9:23 left to go here in the second period, Gauchos out in front by a score of 9-0. Austin Trenner, who did not yet have a goal in this game, was second on the team coming into this morning. Now equals Owasiuk. And they tie for the team lead with 4 apiece. Stanford sends it forward. Walters sends the puck deep. Bounces off the end boards. And jamming away at the front of the net. Hahn kind of struggled to get his glove down on top of that. Jamming away at the front of it was Daniel Lee. Lee's shown some good speed here in this game. When he gets those legs moving, he can hang with just about anybody on the ice. He'll take the face-off now against Delbonis. Delbonis gets it over to the side, but it misses everybody. Back to the point, Stanford. Shot on net deflected by Lee from Matsumoto, and the Gauchos will send it back out. Delbonis with speed through the neutral zone. Gets around one. That's Matsumoto he gets around. And Mingrone can't jam it home. Mingrone on a pair of goals so far. Delbonis, a big collision on the sidewall there. And Stanford just will that puck over the blue line. Great play from Lee there. Delbonis wheels it back around and over the line. Darts towards the front of the net. Strategos is shot forward, blocked. And sent right back out. This is going to be Claire Wang who takes over. Claire sends it. And Lee sends it towards the front of the net, in and out of the glove of Hahn. And the man there, Emmett Rupert. Rupert carries out, gets around one, over the blue line, and the Gauchos go offside by just a couple inches as Mingrone was in ahead of the play for the Gauchos. Coach Scott Hires going with Jackson Schutz, Chris Cruz-Holloway, and at center, Christian Ockfish on this one, giving Cooper Spears some opportunity to show his versatility back on the blue line. Also giving Dimitri Piagai a chance to score some goals if he can. He's had a couple of good opportunities as well. Tara Hoverstad equal to the task thus far. Spears looks like he's teeing up out at the point, but UCSB does not win this face-off cleanly. But Ockfish will get it away from Wang. Tries to walk it out in front, taken away. Laban sends it forward, and it'll go all the way down. Spears under pressure from Charles Sow. Sent forward for Ockfish. Ockfish misses Cruz-Holloway with the pass. And Humphreys gets it through Cruz-Holloway, and look out, here comes Humphreys. And Rupert, the first one to it, but Humphreys keeps it. The two number 15s doing battle in the low corner. Tries to send it forward, and Rupert comes away with it. Tries to find Jackson Schutz. That pass was about probably a foot in the air when it reached him, and it goes over his stick all the way down. This is icing against UCSB. Down to 7:24 to go here in the second period. Looks like Coach Scott Hires trying to get as much time as he possibly can for his fourth line in this game. Fourth line tonight consisting of a rotating center along with Schutz and Cruz-Holloway. Off the face-off, UCSB unable to clear, held in. Looped over the point, shot just wide for Stanford. And Spears will take over, but out to the point, not out. Held in, shot just high and wide by Silverman. And Cooper Spears off. Takes the hit, makes the play. Schutz gets it forward. And here comes over the line Ockfish. Finds Cruz-Holloway. Stick handles one, puts the shot on. Stopped by Tara Hoverstad. Back out to the point. Spears has to reach out to get it. And he can't hold the line as Kinsha gets it out. Grant pressuring him over to the middle of the ice. And Spears takes over. Spears skates away from Grant. He will take the hit from Kinsha, but he got it forward for Ockfish. Ockfish gets it over to Cruz-Holloway. Cruz-Holloway gets it in deep, and he takes a big body contact there. Big hit from Matsumoto. Ockfish sends it back down low. Matsumoto, excuse me, that's not that would be Silverman takes it away. Ock sends it down low, finds Cruz-Holloway. That's knifed away from him. And Spears walks off the line, sends it towards the front of the net, tries to find Schutz, and he was tied up by Silverman. Back behind the net, Silverman now takes over, and he'll skate it out of his own zone where he sends it forward and finds Nick Bowman. Bowman with space, and he feeds it over, and Spears takes it away. Looks up, finds Goldzer. Goldzer finds Piagai. They've got space. Piagai over the line, cuts towards the middle, and he hit his own man. It got Goldzer in the skate and deflected just wide. Stanford turns it away. Walters over the line, can't get through Spears. Great play, and Piagai takes over. Over the blue line, he's got Barone with him. Fakes the drop pass, loops it forward, and just lost the handle. And the puck rolls in on Hoverstad, who will take that whistle and freeze it. Down to 5:26 to go here in the second period. UCSB with a line out there right now of Barone along with Piagai and Austin Schrenner. Schrenner puts the puck back behind the net. Stanford turning with it. Not really a whole lot of passing options out there. LeBand sends it around. Taken away at the point. Connor May tried to drive to the front of the net, and he was met by a lot of resistance there. Stanford turns the puck around. Piagai intercepts. He takes a big hit to get the pass forward. Stanford takes it away. And Claire Wang muscles it out to neutral ice. Connor May back in his own zone. Looks over, finds Gallant. Gallant sends it forward. Misses everybody. Stanford looking for a passing option. LeBand playing catch with Jack Humphreys. Pass goes forward, and May will take over. Taken away from him. Piagai loops around in his own zone. He'll send that puck forward. John Walters carries through the neutral zone, and he'll send the puck deep. Connor May slaps it around back behind. And Wang gets in there, and he's trying to take it away from Schrenner. Good pressure here from Stanford, trying to take this one away. May recovers, leaves it there for Schrenner, and he will find Gallant, and UCSB will get it out of the zone. Great pass forward for Barone. Rolling puck, and it's just enough for Matsumoto to get there and take it away, but Barone takes it back. Toe drags around one, still loose, and that one's blocked. It can't get through to the front of the net. Barone still pressuring that puck, trying to get it back, and he does. Glove down. Barone gets it back again. Tries to find Goldzer, skates on and gets it. Goldzer can't handle the pass. Loose back behind the net, but he'll take it back. Fires it towards the front of the net. Awasha, great stop from Tara Hoverstad on this one. Finally, Woody Wang will get to it. We'll send it forward. Finds Agarwala, who will send it across. UCSB the first to it again. Wang intercepts, and this one will leave the zone. Awasiuk, first one to it, takes it away. Agarwala will send it back. Or Gallant will take over. Gallant fires a pass across, and it's a bank pass for Awasiuk, who fires, and it's stopped by Tara Hoverstad. One of UCSB's leading goal scorers in on a breakaway with a great pass from Gallant. Just a bank off the boards, found Awasiuk, and he had a clear path. Good presence of mind from Hoverstad, does not give up that 5-hole and denies one of the top offensive producers for ice hockey at UCSB. Off the face-off, Stanford controls, sends the puck forward, and Truman Hanks gets it out over the blue line. Hanks pressuring now, jostles, and Stanford will send it deep, bounces over the stick of Spears and wide of the net. In on the pressure is Matt Grant. Spears turns away from him, fires it around, finds Emmett Rupert. Rupert takes a hit from Kinsha, sent towards the middle of the ice, stick flying up in the air. Stanford, however, will take over. Kinsha content to just lob this one deep. Grant in on the puck. Spears pass it back out, and this one will find Delbonis. Delbonis over the blue line for the Gauchos. Fires the pass back through, misses everybody. But it will be recovered along the sideboards by defenseman Emmett Rupert, stepping up and pinching on the play. Delbonis now on it. He takes a hit from Grant, and they will battle back behind the net. Goldzer in there, and he'll fish it out of the feet. Wheels back out towards the front. Drops. Great stop. Hoverstad trying to deny Goldzer the hat trick. Spears taken away from him. Gets around one. Lobs it down low. Sent back out to the front, and it's in and out of the glove, and Hoverstad will hang on. Minute and 27 remaining here in the second period for ice hockey at UCSB. A lot of players getting their first goals of the season here this afternoon. Notably, a lot of the veterans. Christian Ockfish with his first. Cooper Spears with his first. Justin Goldzer with a pair. Tyler Barone also with his first. As a shot from the point from Spears is sticked aside by Hoverstad. Sent back out to the point. Rupert will hold. Rupert lets the wrister go. Blocked on the way in. Bounces through some feet. Ockfish, the first one to it. Lots of black shirts getting in the way, trying to block that shot. No shooting angle. Mingrone, who has a pair of goals on his own, sends it back out of the front. Ockfish, tipped wide. And that'll be sent all the way back out. Gauchos have to get on side. Spears carries over and will lob that one deep off of Hoverstad. And Stanford sends it up, but it will be held for just a moment, and Spears will have to recover. Facing a lot of pressure from John Walters, and stick gets up high, and UCSB will get a power play. Walters about to head off for a high sticking penalty, and not a lot of objection from him there. Went for the stick lift on Cooper Spears, and cracked him right across the fishbowl. Spears looking like he might be checking for blood there, but again, mandatory ACHA rule. All players must wear full face protection in order to prevent something like that. So this should be just a minor, and it is. 2 minutes up on the board. Spears selling that call a little bit as well with the tossing the head back, making sure it was noticed by the officiating crew. So Cruz Holloway comes over the board along with Owasiuk and Delbonis for this power play. Owasiuk in to take the face off, and Woody Wang wins it, but Delbonis will recover. Delbonis fires the pass out in front. Owasiuk can't get the shot away. Stanford sends it forward. Woody Wang gets it taken away from him. Delbonis battling for the puck. Can't get it through Wang, and they battle back behind the net. Eventually emerges, held by Gallant. Gallant sends it across, trying to find Connor May. May gets it, fires it back down deep. And as the horn sounds to end the second period, UCSB will take a 9-0 lead to the locker room for this ice cut. When we return, UCSB will have 1 minute and 29 seconds of power play time remaining with which to work. They already have a power play goal here this morning. I should say afternoon by now, as it's about roughly 12:45. So we will be back in just a little while. Again, a 9-0 UCSB advantage, 20 minutes still to play here. We'll see if we can sort out all the goal scores and get you somewhat of a box score when we return here on the Ice Hockey at UCSB Broadcast Network. Once again, after 2 periods, your UCSB Gauchos 9, be visiting Stanford Cardinal, nothing. Second intermission here at Ice in Paradise. Zamboni just about finished with its job. And we will recap the scoring for you so far here after 2 periods. UCSB up over the Stanford Cardinal by a score of 9-0. The goal scorers so far, Cooper Spears got us started in the first period, and then with the clock reading 0, Tyler Barone got his first goal of the season. Referees ruling that it got over the line and in just before that clock read 00. So UCSB took a 2-0 lead into the second period, and from there, kind of just shot off like a cannon. Period starting with Colin Delbonis getting a goal, his first of the season. Followed closely by Adam Mingrone getting his first of 2. Justin Goldzer getting his first of the season, followed by Christian Akpish, also his first of the season. Mingrone then getting his second. UCSB would get a power play goal to make it 8-0. That goal coming from Justin Goldzer, his second of the night and second of the season. And then getting us here to 9-0, a goal from number 12, Austin Trenner, his first of the game and his fourth of the season, to now go even with the team's leading scorer, Chris Olasiuk, on 4 for the year, each of them. 2 penalties so far here in the game for UCSB. Penalty in the, I believe, the first period to number 18, Dimitri Strategos. Went for what looked like a slashing penalty. And then also in the second period, 2 minutes for charging. That was to Emmett Rupert. UCSB perfect 2 for 2 on the penalty kill here so far this afternoon. Stanford took 2 penalties so far in this game. A tripping penalty to number 8, Woody Wang, and a penalty to John Walters for high sticking, which occurred late in the end of the second period with just 31 seconds to go. And that means UCSB will open this third period with 1 minute and 29 seconds of power play time. Special thanks to statistician Jasmine Kellogg for keeping up with all that information. So Will Hahn, goaltender for UCSB, has not been very busy thus far. And UCSB would like to keep it that way. Get him an opportunity to get his first W of the season. Goaltender of record in both of the first 2 games of the season for UCSB, which unfortunately both losses to the Santa Clara University Broncos. The Stanford Cardinal have had some success this season. Back on October 7th, they absolutely took it to San Francisco State. A grand total score of 14-1 victory. Stanford are missing a few skaters, it's worth noting that. And then on October 13th, they prevailed over UC Davis by a final score of 6-2. So they have had some success in the past. You have to wonder, some of the skaters that are missing, what kind of difference that would make. But we now have about 1 minute left in this third intermission. And we remind you once again, UCSBHockey.com is the official website for all things having to do with hockey at UC Santa Barbara. Get all the latest news, stats, scores, updates, and pre-game and post-game information for ice hockey at UCSB, as well as links to all live broadcasts both home and away. All home broadcasts being video streamed live on Facebook and YouTube this year. Away games, which we will have one for you next weekend, will be audio only, broadcast live on MixLR. Again, we will have one of those for you next weekend as UCSB goes on the road for the first time, heading down to San Diego where they will play the UCSD Tritons at Poway Ice Arena. That game coming to you on Saturday. Start time slated for 7:20 p.m. for that one. We will have that one for you live on MixLR, an audio-only call from the road. So Stanford sends Wang over the boards, along with Charles Sau to kill the remainder of this penalty off. UCSB goes with Delbonis, along with Schutz, I should say, excuse me. And Austin Trenner. Stanford takes a puck away at their own blue line, and they will send that one all the way back down. Fresh ice surface, making it a little easier for that puck to go the full 200 feet. Wang pressures Spears. Spears skates away from him. Gets the pass forward, tries to find Schutz. That's just off of his stick, sent deep and back out of the zone it goes. Gauchos have to tag up and get onside. That's enough time for Wang to send it back into the UCSB end. Delbonis circles around, wheels through the neutral zone. He's got speed over the blue line. Heads towards the front of the net on the back end, tries to send the pass out front looking for Trenner. That's taken away. And Humphreys sends it around. Great hold from Cooper Spears, getting down on one knee to block that. Spears, high shot, up over the top of the net. Guy holds in. Sent back down. Two shirts from each team jostling for this puck. And Trenner tries to get away with it, but he does not, and Laban sends it off the skate of Guy and back down into the UCSB end. Sent forward, finds Trenner. Trenner can't get around Wang. Wang can't get through Spears. Oh, what a good play. Otherwise, Wang was gone on a breakaway. Trenner tries to go back through the skates, and he does. He loses the handle and has to go back behind the net. The first one to it, takes some body contact from Laban. Battling for the puck along the boards, kicked forward for Cruz Holloway. Cruz Holloway feeds it towards the front of the net. Hoverstad didn't quite jump on that one, but Stanford able to clear it back out over the blue line, where Emmett Rupert will take over under pressure from Sau. Rupert skates through the neutral zone, weaves through a couple with speed on the backhand, taken away from him. Good play from Silverman. Excuse me, that was Daniel Lee on that play. Akpish tries to get it away from Sau. As Stanford has killed the penalty, we are back to 5-on-5. Guy walking down from the point, lets the shot go off a skate wide. Owasiuk takes over. Sends it towards the side of the net. And that one's sent out through the neutral zone and all the way down, where Rupert will take over. Rupert sends it forward for Cruz Holloway. Cruz Holloway off the skate for Akpish. Akpish drops it back, tried to find Strategos. Or excuse me, that was Owasiuk. And now Owasiuk over the blue line. Owasiuk lets the shot go in and out of the glove of Hoverstad. Can't clear. Akpish, his shot blocked. Cruz Holloway tries to send it out in front. Bounces off a couple legs, and Stanford just able to get a stick to it, where Nick Bowman sends it out, tries to find Matt Grant. Bounces, and Grant will get it deep. Grant goes into pressure. Gallant sends it forward for Cruz Holloway. Goes right between his legs and all the way down. This will be icing against ice hockey at UCSB. 16:50 to go here in the third period. Coming in to take the face-off for Stanford, number 18, Sam Silverman. But he is beaten on that draw, and UCSB will take the puck out through the neutral zone. Owasiuk sends the puck on net. Hoverstad will take that save. Claire Wang tries to send it across, not out. But Laban will get it, and he'll send it forward, looking for Wang. Bounces off the boards, just missing, and UCSB sends it back through the neutral zone. Here comes Barone. Barone with speed, around one. Lets the shot go. That's blocker to side by Hoverstad. Sent out towards the front of the net, looking for Owasiuk, and he just can't get it back over for, this time, Dimitri Strategos. Stanford will carry it out. Humphreys looks for neutral ice and can't find anybody. Sent back for Barone. Barone over the line. Stops up and gets it knifed away from him. Good play from Silverman. Strategos off the sideboards. No one in particular, so Humphreys will just slap it off the glass and all the way down while the mates are changing. Laban makes some body contact from Guy. Sticks with it. Then Grown gets it forward for Guy. Guy tries to walk around one. Lost it in his own skates. But he gets it back. Guy bodied off the puck. Good play from Laban. But Laban will send it the length of the ice. And this will be icing against Stanford. And they got a tired group of players out there on the ice that they can no longer change. So 15:29 to go here in the third period. 9-0 Gauchos. And I would expect down the stretch here we're going to see quite a bit of the fourth line, which, as I mentioned, Tonight, Jackson Schutz and Chris Cruz-Holloway with a rotating center. Off the end boards, right out towards the front of the net, and it's loose. And Mingrone was digging away for it. And finally, Hoverstad gets her glove down on it. And a little bit of extra jostling in front. You know, it is. Defensemen tend to not like people jostling away at their goaltender, and it looks like we're going to get a penalty here. Jeff LeBand is going to take a seat for a little bit of extra physicality on that play. So UCSB going on their third power play of the night. LeBand off for roughing with 15:22 to go. Off the face-off, Strategos tries to beat toward the front, deflected! And Mingrone just had an opportunity for the hat trick roll off the edge of his stick. Good play there from Matsumoto to try to get it out, but it's held in at the point. Barone feeds it over, looking for Mingrone. And that's held in. Barone and knocked away. Barone recovers. Barone taken down, no call forthcoming, sent to the front. Strategos deflects it home, and UCSB's into double digits. Strategos just kind of hung out a little bit in a little bit of a soft spot of the ice. No one really paying any attention to him, and he just darts towards the front of the net. Barone, with a hard-working shift on that power play, gets the puck back, or he fed it across, and it was just get a stick on that puck for Strategos, and he's got a goal. Dimitri Strategos, the sophomore out of Bakersfield, California. So off the face-off, UCSB has their second power play goal of the game. Off the wall, and that one's blocked on the way in. The shot coming from Daniel Lee. And carrying it out is Dimitri Piagai. Piagai challenging Lee. Lee stops him up. And that puck is taken away by Truman Hanks. Gets away from Goldzer. Delbonis, and he loops it forward to the front of the net, and it just squeaks through Hoverstad, who never saw it. And UCSB's got 11. And I believe that will be Delbonis' second goal of the game, and same of the season. Delbonis, one of the many former Santa Barbara Royals now on this roster here for ice hockey at UCSB. Chris Owasiuk, the team's leading scorer coming into tonight's game, the captain of that team for 2 years. Sent into the Stanford zone. Shot from the point, blocked, all the way back out. Cooper Spears doing defensive duty for the last half of this game. Under a considerable amount of pressure there from Eric Matsumoto. But he'll just loop it around. And Delbonis will leave the zone. He's got Goldzer with him. Delbonis tries to backhand it forward. And hung on to by Tara Hoverstad. Good job keeping control of that goal crease. And having the presence of mind to recognize that Justin Goldzer was headed towards the top with a full head of steam. 13:56 to go here at Ice in Paradise. Going in to take the face-off, we have Sam Silverman facing Justin That would be Christian Ockfish, and he hits it off of goal post, and it was vacant. Scramble in front, the puck's underneath. It was underneath Jeff LeBand. And finally he gets out and recognizing where it is, and his goaltender Hoverstad jumps out and dives on top of it to get the face-off. That is off just slightly back behind the goaltender, Tara Hoverstad. I don't think any of the officials have noticed this yet. Knifed around. And Humphrey sends it back along the boards for John Walters. Taking over is Silverman. Silverman with speed. Gallant takes it away from him and then turns away beautifully in his own defensive zone. Taken away from him, now coming through with speed. Here comes Trenner. Trenner drops for Ockfish, sends it across to the front of the net, and shoots, or Schutz just sent it wide. Ockfish on the backhand, into the breadbasket of goaltender Tara Hoverstad. And she'll hold for the faceoff. As we mentioned, expecting quite a bit of Jackson Schutz, the Valencia native, and Chris Cruz-Holloway from Palo Alto. Cruz-Holloway now jumps over the boards as Tyler Barone and Chris Owasiuk with him. Surprisingly, according to my statistician, Jasmine Kellogg, the team's leading scorer, Owasiuk, still off the score sheet so far here tonight. Pass sent across, and a shot from Charles Sow. Easy save. For UCSB goaltender Will Hahn, who has not been busy here so far this evening. Stretch pass, finds Tyler Barone. Good play there from Humphreys to take it away. Cruz Holloway puts some body contact on Wang, and it knocks the puck away from him. Owasiuk circles around at the top of the circle. Shot off the skate. Owasiuk finds Barone. Barone in and out of the glove of Haverstad. Barone with it back behind the net. He's bodied. Good play from Laban. Separates him from the puck. Sent forward. Sow over the line. Lost the handle. Drops it back for Wang. Wang skates in. Shoots. And that's stopped by Hahn. Gauchos carry it out. Tyler Barone with space and speed. Looks up. Finds Connor May. Feeds it back for Barone. Bounces off of his skate. And Daniel Lee is forced to take over, and he will skate around one. Takes body contact there. Heavy contact from Owasiuk, but he got the puck out of his own zone. Mission accomplished. So Strategos takes over in his own zone. Strategos fires it forward. That's going to be intercepted, but muscled out by Owasiuk. Barone gets it across. Cruz Holloway will be the first one to this. Gets it. Sends it deep back behind the net. Owasiuk jostles there with Kinsha. And out to the neutral ice. Kinsha's got it, and he's got some space. Drops it for Wang. Wang over the line with speed. Gets the shot blocked, and a good save from William Hahn. It takes a lot of mental fortitude as a goaltender to go for long stretches without seeing any rubber like Will Hahn has here tonight, then to be alert to make a save of that quality against a pretty good goal scorer. UCSB with the puck in their own zone. Sent across for Goldzer. Goldzer gets around one, gives it to Delbonis. Delbonis skates into the circle. And a pass off a stick of a defenseman, and a great alert save from Haverstad to make sure that pad was in the right spot. I believe that was Jack Humphreys who had gone down to block the pass. And it almost deflected behind his own goaltender. Grant in to take the face-off now against Delbonis. Grant wins it. Sent out to the point, but Spears is going to hold. Spears sends a low-wrister, sticked aside from Haverstad, and out comes Stanford with speed, but Spears puts an end to that. Puck sent up along the sideboards, and it's going to be held in. Bowman tried to center, but UCSB gets it out. Delbonis has an angle taken on him. Good defensive play from Laban. UCSB's over the line onside. Goldzer walking in from the right circle, lets the shot go, and that's blockered aside from Haverstad. Delbonis battles for it. Puck sent to the middle of the ice for Goldzer, but it's given away to Claire Wang. Goldzer bodies it away, but look out, here comes Stanford, and it goes wide. John Walters with a partial breakaway. He got the move on Hahn, but he put the shot wide of that right-hand post. Stanford back to the neutral zone. Humphrey slaps it forward. Walters on the puck, deep in the zone. Bounces out in front. No one can get a stick on it. Finally, the Gauchos will clear it. And it's back out to neutral ice. Silverman takes over, carries over the line. Stick handles around one, tries to send the pass back through. That's intercepted by Spears. Spears skates away from the pressure being given by John Walters. And Piagai tries to carry it through, but Walters will intercept in the neutral zone. Walters with a little bit of space, but at the end of his shift, so he will just be content to send it deep and head to the bench for a change. Stanford with arguably their best offensive pressure of the game here in this third period as a shot rebounds back to Hahn, and he has to dive back to make a second save on a shot from Silverman. Strategos sends the puck forward, finds Connor May. Look out, here comes UCSB 2-on-1. Akpish lets the shot go, and he finds the top corner. And Christian Akpish has his second goal of the game. UCSB had a 2-on-1 with that one. Achfish, I believe he had Dimitri Piagai with him on that shift. But he just picked the top corner. What an excellent shot for the Bracebridge, Ontario native to make it 12-0. So coming in to take the face-off now, Wang will face Tyler Barone. And Barone is the first one to it. Schutz tries to get around one, can't. And Wang takes over. Wang looks across, finds Daniel Lee, and it's off a stick and into the Stanford bench. Down to 8:21 here to go in the third period. Gauchos will change their defense. Looks like Piagai will now shift backward. Gotta take a shift with what's been his regular partner here this afternoon. Gauchos carry over the line. Here comes Piagai. Piagai back to Barone. Barone walks around one. Shot, and it's a great block at the last possible second. And away comes Wang. Wang gets through one. He was under pressure from Schutz. Tries to get around Rupert. Rupert says none of that. And a good play from Piagai to seal him off there. Can't get through Lee. Lee tries to send it deep. Blocked down again. And UCSB still can't clear. Sent to a far corner. Gallant now with space and time to look. Sends the pass forward, and it misses Schutz. And this is going to go the length of the ice and all the way back for icing. And just a reminder, we mentioned this at intermission, but the next broadcast we will have for you on the Ice Hockey at UCSB Broadcast Network will be an audio-only broadcast, as the Gauchos will leave the friendly confines of Ice and Paradise for the first time this season next Saturday. They will be in San Diego at Poway Ice Arena, where they will battle the UC San Diego Tritons. He's off the face-off. That puck's taken away from Tyler Barone. Slapped through the neutral zone. And Gallant content to just try to send it back. Matt Grant can't handle it. Sent forward. Piagai looks across and finds Rupert. Gauchos taking their time, trying to work the clock off on this one. Barone through the neutral zone, over the blue line. Looks up, tries to get it through. Great stop, and off the rebound. And Schutz hits the crossbar with it. Schutz looking for his first goal in a Gaucho uniform. Barone over to Rupert. Rupert lets the shot go off the side of the net and wide. Gallant holds in, kicked away from him by Matsumoto. And the net is off. Back behind Tara Hoverstad. A little bit more than it has been for the last few minutes. So face-off will stay over to her right-hand blocker side. Down to 6:47 here to go in the third period. Gauchos by a dozen. So the normal top line for UCSB comes over. Delbonis, Goldzer, and Owasiuk. Owasiuk, the one who whistles that shot wide. And it'll roll all the way around and out, where Rupert will have to recover. Rupert out taking a shift with Connor May on the blue line. Or excuse me. Yes, that's right, Connor May. A little hard to tell the difference between the 5 and the 9 on the Gaucho jersey. Delbonis carries through the neutral zone, over the red line and over the blue line. He's got speed. Matched by John Walters, who bodies him off the puck, takes it away. And out comes Matt Grant. Grant through the neutral zone, tries to feed it forward for Claire Wang. And stopped there, back forward for Delbonis, poked away. And here comes Owasiuk. Owasiuk tries to move it out in front, looking for Goldzer, who's also on a pair of goals. Owasiuk carries to the high slot, fires the shot high and wide. Delbonis gets to it first. Drops it for Goldzer. Looks for the pass out in front to Rupert. Rupert shot, and it gets through and in. Emmett Rupert's got his first goal in a Gaucho uniform. A former Santa Barbara Royal. Make it a baker's dozen for ice hockey at UCSB. Down to 5:48 to go here. And the big-bodied defenseman with his first of the season. Trenner now out alongside with Christian Achfish, and Cooper Spears back up playing forward. Spears has a goal here this afternoon, his first of the season. And a good play from Gallant under pressure from two black shirts, but he can't get the puck out, and the shot low Hahn sticks it to the corner. Spears takes the body contact from a much larger Nick Bowman. Tries to send it deep, can't get it all the way down. Bowman under pressure from 3 white shirts, and the Gauchos will escape. Gallant looks forward, and he finds Trenner on a breakaway. Trenner comes in and lifts it up and over to make it 14. Austin Trenner with 2 goals here on the afternoon, and now takes over sole possession of the team scoring lead so far here this season. That'll be his 5th of the year. .5:10 to go here in the 3rd period. Achfish still out there, same line. Turned over inside the Stanford zone, dropped for Achfish to Spears. Spears looks, and he tried to find Trenner for the hat trick, and he just at the last moment. Great defensive play there from Silverman. Shot from Gallant, and that's taken right into the breadbasket by Hoverstad, and she'll hold on. Gauchos with several players on 2 goals, no one yet reaching that hat trick 3 mark. Not for lack of trying, however. Trenner just the latest one to have that opportunity. Good defense from Stanford to keep that one out. Wang on the faceoff, beaten by Achfish. Achfish is shoved down by Laban, who sends it out for Wang, and out comes Stanford over the blue line. Wang tries to get around 1. He's got P-Guy in front of him. The drop pass intercepted by Spears. Spears looks up, finds Achfish. Achfish on a partial break. He'll shoot, and it's off the post and out. That may have gotten behind her, but it's off 2 posts and not ruled a goal. 2 of the 3, I should say. Washing that one out, no goal. Spears off the back glass. Achfish along the side of the net. Slapped away. Laban sends it up to the point. Rupert to Pia-Guy. Down to Spears. Spears tries to send it to the front of the net. Achfish, and this one he will bury up and over the blocker side to make it 15. Well, the Gauchos starting to approach their maximum offensive output from last season. You might remember when UC Santa Cruz was in town last year. UC Santa Cruz was in their first season ever as a student organization, and the Gauchos took it to them. That game finished by a final score of, I believe it was 20-1. And the only part I'm not sure about was whether or not Santa Cruz had that one. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did. Matsumoto back behind for Stanford, jostling back behind. Sent towards the front of the net. Pia-Guy will hold. Pia-Guy gets around 1. Sends it for Barone. Barone tries to get through. Watched carefully. Min-Grown. Taking body contact there from Grant. Sent out to the front of the net by Strategos for Barone. Barone can't get the shot away. And it's a good play from Humphreys to tie him up. Sent all the way down. And Rupert has to hurry. He's under a lot of pressure from Kinsha. But he's content to just tie him up. And UCSB gets the pass away. Sent out to the front of the net. Shot wide from Matt Grant. Grant back on it. Tries to set it out in front off the mask of Hahn. And he can't hang on to it, but UCSB is the first to it. Barone through the neutral zone with speed. He's caught by Matsumoto. Excellent defensive play, and he just rubs him off the puck. Shot from Emmett Rupert is right into the breadbasket of Hoverstad, who with 2:40 to go will hang on. Everyone can play hockey at Ice in Paradise. Ice in Paradise offers skating school for all ages with the Goleta Youth Hockey League Monarchs Girls Ice Hockey Club and the Santa Barbara Ice Hawks travel team. For more information about the many great programs they have at this world-class facility, visit us online, iceinparadise.org. Chris Cruz-Holloway out on the ice, pressuring the puck. Got a good play from Eric Matsumoto to get it away. Cruz-Holloway, and we got a penalty coming up. And it's going to be a hooking call. And I believe Jackson Schutz is going to be the one going, so UCSB going to have to kill off 2 minutes of the remaining 2:28 while shorthanded. You have to say, if there was ever an opportunity for Stanford to get some sort of a silver lining out of this game, now is the opportunity. Out over the boards, John Walters. In to take the faceoff is Sam Silverman. Claire Wang also out on the opposite wing. UCSB wins that faceoff and will send it all the way down. Back on the blue line, Erica Matsumoto and Jack Humphreys for the Cardinal. Matsumoto on the puck, looks up for a pass. Drops it for Walters. Walters has it knifed away by Cruz Holloway. Stopping it for her defense is Tara Hoverstadt. Humphreys circles around back behind his net, leads the pass forward, misses everybody. To Piagai. Piagai will drop it back for his defense partner. Rupert hangs onto it, looks up, finds Delbonis. Delbonis skates around with it, finds Cruz Holloway. Cruz Holloway off his stick, sends it deep. Laban got it forward, puck bouncing around. And finally, Silverman will send it across for Matsumoto. Matsumoto through the neutral zone, weaves his way up, sends it for Silverman. Silverman stops up at the blue line, takes the hit from Delbonis, and Delbonis will kick it out. He's got some space if he moves. Laban, Delbonis, shot blocked by Laban and sent wide. Eludes Cruz Holloway over to the middle of the ice. John Walters takes over. Walters got 3 white shirts around him, and he skates into the boards. Cruz Holloway pressuring, and that'll force him to give it up for Rupert. Rupert sends it around back behind the net for Connor May. May sends it forward. Tried to find Cruz Holloway, but Cruz Holloway was going for a change. And it just comes to the neutral zone. Going over the line is Laban. Laban lost an edge. And UCSB will carry it out. Here comes Goldzer. Goldzer feeds it forward. Finds Owasiuk. Owasiuk kicked away as he lost the handle. Jostling for it down low is Rupert. Goldzer lays some body contact and takes the puck. Goldzer kicked away from him, and looked like there could have been a tripping call there. Nothing forthcoming to Laban. Agarwala under pressure, and he gets the puck away from May. Shot through off the blocker of Hahn and sent forward. Goldzer shrugs off one hit, gets the shot through off the side of the net from Owasiuk. Turning with it is Humphreys. Humphreys puts it off the glass and sends it all the way down with 5 seconds left to go here. And the officials will wave this one off, and a stick just explodes at the last possible second for Connor May. But that will do it. Ice hockey at UCSB takes the 15-0 win over the Stanford Cardinal, who, it's worth noting, it showed up roughly half an hour before the scheduled start time of 11 a.m. So you have to wonder if maybe not enough warm-up time. They did play yesterday down in Simi Valley against California Lutheran. I don't know the result of that game. But Will Hahn gets his first win of the season for ice hockey at UCSB, bringing his record up to 1-2. Of course, full statistics will be updated online probably within the next day or so. UCSB with several players getting 2 goals on the evening, but I don't believe anybody got that hat trick. We'll have to double check that with the official scorers. So a lot of players opened their accounts. And overall, a pretty satisfying team victory, I think, for Coach Scott Hires. I think he was very happy to get a little bit more extra ice time in for his 4th line with Cruz Holloway and Jackson Schutz. So, as we mentioned, next weekend, a new challenge for ice hockey at UCSB. Not a lot of road games for them this season. I think they have just 4. But the first one will come next weekend, as on Saturday night they will be in San Diego to face the UCSD Tritons. That face-off is scheduled for 7:20 p.m. Broadcast will be live shortly before that, and it will be audio only on MixLR. For the link, be sure to pay attention to the website, UCSBHockey.com. We'll have that up for you close to game time. As a reminder, UCSBHockey.com is your home for all things ice hockey at UCSB. Scores, stats, news, features, and anything along the lines of those. Be sure to visit regularly. Make sure you don't miss out on anything. And if you really don't want to miss out on anything, follow us on our social media networks. Facebook.com/IceHockeyUCSB. Special hello to those of you tuning in and watching live on Facebook. We are on Twitter at UCSB Ice Hockey and on Instagram, UCSB Ice Hockey. Be sure to follow and like all the appropriate pages, and you'll never miss out on anything from ice hockey at UCSB. I don't think we have time to run down all of the various goals here for ice hockey at UCSB, but the final shot total, UCSB putting in a whopping 63 shots on Tara Hoverstad, allowing 15 through. Will Hahn facing 16 of his own and earning the shutout victory here this afternoon. And just a reminder, Center Ice Santa Barbara, located in Goleta, is the premier destination for hockey and figure skating equipment and apparel. Located on 7127 Hollister Avenue, Suite 8 in Goleta. CenterIceSB.com. Center spelled C-N-T-R-E, the Canadian way. Well, that will do it for us here at Ice Hockey at UCSB Broadcast Network. Final score this afternoon, UCSB coming out on top of the Stanford Cardinal by a final score of 15-0. Gauchos head out on the road next weekend, and I will be talking to you then live from San Diego. Thank you very much for tuning in, those of you on Facebook and on YouTube. And a special thank you to cameraman Jesse Gutierrez and statistician and technical director Jasmine Kellogg this afternoon. We look forward to seeing them again in a couple weeks' time. Once again, your final score here from Goleta this afternoon, UCSB 15, Stanford 0. A very pleasant good afternoon, and good night, everyone.